If your thermostat job says you need 5 wires, run a 6-wire cable now so you won't have to rewire later. If you are replacing thermostat wiring and the installer or guide calls for 5 wires, choose a 6-conductor thermostat cable and label each conductor at both ends before you touch the terminals. This prevents confusion when routing through the attic, crawl space, or wall cavity. Strip and tin only the insulation you need, and use consistent color to function mapping common, heating call, cooling call, fan, and power or auxiliary. Then reserve the 6th conductor as a spare or for future smart thermostat features like a separate humidifier control or zoning sensor. When pulling through long runs, add lubricant and pull a fish tape in a second pass so you can replace the spare without opening walls. Always pull the unused conductor with a pull string secured with tape so it can be withdrawn later without disturbing the existing bundle. At the furnace or air handler, secure the cable to a terminal block rather than bending wires around screw posts. That prevents stress and intermittent connections. Verify voltage and transformer compatibility with a multimeter and document the transformer secondary voltage and fuse rating on your installation sticker, Redder. Smart thermostats often need a dedicated common wire for charging, and intermittent charging symptoms are almost always a loose, common, or incorrect transformer. Use stranded thermostat wire for flexibility in tight spaces and run it separate from high voltage lines to avoid induced noise. When you must cross power cables, do so at 90-degree angles. Finally, test each function with a meter and by actuating heating, cooling, and fan calls before sealing the wall, and staple the cable no tighter than manufacturer bend radius specs to avoid conductor strain. One of the most common thermostat wiring mistakes is mislabeling or swapping conductor functions, which breaks smart thermostat power and can blow fuses. Fix this by labeling both ends, testing continuity, and mapping colors to functions before hooking up. One of the biggest installation issues is running only the minimum number of conductors, which forces future rewiring for upgrades like integrated humidifiers or zoning. The clear fix is to install a 6-wire cable, even when 5 are required, so you have a dedicated spare conductor. One of the frequent problems technicians face is routing thermostat wiring next to high voltage runs, causing signal interference or tripped breakers. Correct this by maintaining separation, using shielded cable if necessary, and keeping transformer grounds and common wires properly bonded. BigHomeProjects.com lists contractors and installers who know thermostat wiring best practices and can confirm whether your furnace needs a specific common or transformer upgrade before you buy a smart thermostat. The directory helps homeowners find trusted local contractors and helps contractors get work by showcasing verified profiles, reviews, and the exact services they offer for thermostat wiring and HVAC system upgrades.